Okay, so you want to own an electrical contracting business. Buy a few service vans, hire licensed electricians, win construction contracts, and collect checks every time a building needs power. Here is the problem. An electrical contractor can win $1 million job, complete every wire correctly, keep every crew busy, and still lose money. Because the visible work is electrical installation. The real business is estimating labor, documenting change orders, managing cash flow, and surviving the long wait between finishing the work and finally getting paid. Most people think an electrical company has a simple job: install wires, replace outlets, upgrade electrical panels, fix power outages. Once the work is finished, the customer pays the bill. It sounds like a straightforward business, but that picture only shows a small fraction of what actually happens behind the scenes. In reality, electrical companies don't sell electricity. They sell skilled labor, technical knowledge, and time. Every outlet installed, every circuit wired, and every panel upgraded represents hours of planning, coordination, and expertise. The customer may only see a completed project, but they're actually paying for years of experience behind every connection. Not all electrical jobs are the same. One day, a crew might spend an hour replacing a faulty outlet in someone's home. The next, they could spend months wiring an entire office building. Residential jobs are usually smaller and paid faster. Commercial projects are much larger, but they demand more workers, more materials, and far more financial risk. Many people assume that once an electrical company wins a contract, the hard part is over. But winning the job is only the beginning. Before a single wire is installed, the company must estimate labor, calculate material costs, schedule crews, and predict months of expenses. One mistake during the bidding process can erase every dollar of profit before the project even starts. For most electrical contractors, the first major investment isn't an office, it's a service van. Every day begins and ends with that vehicle. It's more than transportation. It's a mobile warehouse, a rolling toolbox, and the foundation of the entire business. If the van isn't working, neither is the company. A professional electrician doesn't just carry a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. Every service van is packed with thousands of dollars worth of specialized tools. From precision testing equipment to power tools and safety gear, each one is essential. Individually, they may seem inexpensive, but together they represent one of the company's largest investments. Electricity is invisible, but the dangers are very real. Every day, electricians work around high voltage, energized equipment, and active construction sites. That's why electrical companies invest heavily in safety, not because it increases revenue, but because one accident can cost far more than years of buying protective equipment. In this business, safety is an investment, not an expense. Electrical work isn't just about technical skill. It's one of the most heavily regulated trades in construction. Every project may require permits, inspections, and compliance with local electrical codes. Without the proper approvals, even perfectly installed wiring can fail an inspection, delay the project, and postpone payment. In this business, paperwork can be just as important as the work itself. The biggest expense for most electrical companies isn't wire or equipment, it's people. Skilled electricians are difficult to find, and experienced workers expect competitive wages, benefits, ongoing training, and reliable work. Hiring a great team is expensive, but without skilled electricians, the company simply can't grow. One of the toughest realities of owning an electrical company is payroll. Electricians expect to be paid every week or every 2 weeks, whether the customer has paid the company or not. While projects may take months before the final payment arrives, wages can't wait. That means the owner must always have enough cash to keep the team working. One of the biggest mistakes new business owners make is confusing profit with cash flow. A company can look profitable on paper but still run out of money. Why? Because expenses happen today, while customers often pay weeks or even months later. For an electrical company, cash flow, not profit, is what keeps the lights on. Before an electrician can install a single wire, the materials have to be purchased first. Copper wire, conduit, electrical panels, breakers, transformers, lighting, and hundreds of other components all cost money up front. The company often spends thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars long before the customer pays the final invoice. There's another challenge that many customers never see. Material prices constantly change. The cost of copper wire, electrical panels, conduit, transformers, and other components can rise unexpectedly between the day a contractor submits a bid and the day construction begins. If prices increase too much, the company often has to absorb the extra cost, shrinking or even eliminating its profit. To win a project, electrical companies usually compete against other contractors. Bid too high, and another company wins the job. Bid too low, and you might win the contract, but lose money instead. Finding the right price is one of the most difficult decisions every electrical business owner must make. Even after winning the bid, buying the materials, and completing the work, profit is never guaranteed. A single mistake, ordering the wrong equipment, underestimating labor, or having to redo completed work can erase weeks or even months of earnings. In electrical contracting, small errors often become very expensive lessons. Time is one of the most expensive resources an electrical company has. Every day a project is delayed, electricians still need to be paid, equipment still sits on site, and service vehicles remain unavailable for other jobs. Even when no work is happening, the business is still spending money. That's why successful contractors work hard to keep every project moving. No matter how carefully a project is planned, unexpected problems always appear. Hidden wiring, incorrect blueprints, damaged equipment, or changes requested by the customer can suddenly increase both time and cost. The most successful electrical companies aren't the ones that avoid problems, they're the ones that solve them quickly without losing control of the budget. In the electrical industry, your reputation is worth more than any truck, warehouse, or piece of equipment. One satisfied customer can recommend your company to dozens of others, but one poorly managed project can damage years of hard work. The best electrical companies don't just build electrical systems, they build trust, one project at a time. Finding a new customer takes time, advertising, and countless hours preparing estimates, but a satisfied customer often comes back with another project. And another after that. Over time, repeat customers become one of the most valuable sources of steady income. In the electrical business, long-term relationships are often more profitable than constantly chasing new jobs. People often think profitable companies never struggle financially, but many electrical businesses fail not because they aren't profitable, but because they run out of cash. Profit exists on paper. Cash keeps the lights on, pays employees, buys materials, and keeps every truck on the road. Without healthy cash flow, even a successful company can come to a stop. One of the biggest challenges in the electrical business is timing. Contractors often pay for labor, materials, fuel, and equipment weeks or even months before receiving payment from the customer. The work may be finished, but the money hasn't arrived yet. Managing that gap is one of the hardest parts of running a successful electrical company. When an electrical company finally earns a profit, the money isn't simply taken home. To grow the business, much of that profit must be reinvested, buying better equipment, adding service vehicles, hiring skilled electricians, and expanding the warehouse. Every dollar invested today can help the company earn even more tomorrow. As demand grows, many people assume expanding an electrical company simply means buying more trucks and hiring more electricians. But true growth is far more complicated. Every new employee, vehicle, and project also increases coordination, scheduling, inventory management, safety responsibilities, and financial risk. A bigger company isn't automatically a better business. It has to become a smarter one. In the electrical business, one completed project rarely stands alone. Every successful installation becomes a reference for future customers, strengthens the company's reputation, and opens the door to larger opportunities. Over time, the business doesn't grow because of one big contract. It grows because each successful project creates the next one. When people see an electrician installing wires or replacing a panel, they usually see only one person doing the work. But behind every electrician is an entire business making that job possible. Office staff schedule projects, warehouses stock materials, managers coordinate crews, suppliers deliver equipment, and service vehicles keep everything moving. Every successful electrician is supported by an invisible system working together. When the last electrician leaves the job site, the work isn't over. In the office, invoices are prepared, tomorrow's crews are scheduled, materials are ordered, equipment is inspected, and customer calls continue. An electrical company doesn't operate only on the construction site, it operates every hour behind the scenes. People often think successful businesses are built by making one brilliant decision. But in reality, an electrical company grows through hundreds of small choices made every single day. Hiring the right person, ordering materials on time, maintaining equipment, communicating with customers, and controlling costs may seem ordinary. Together, those small decisions determine whether the business succeeds or struggles. At first glance, it might seem like an electrical company simply installs wires, outlets, and lighting, but that's not what customers are truly buying. They're buying reliability. They want projects completed safely, on time, on budget, and done correctly the first time. In the end, the most valuable product an electrical company delivers isn't electricity, it's trust you can depend on. No matter how experienced the crew is, unexpected accidents can still happen. A damaged cable, a broken piece of equipment, or an injury on a job site can cost thousands of dollars. That's why electrical companies invest in insurance. It may seem like another expense, but in reality, it's protection that allows the business to survive when the unexpected happens. Today's electrical companies do much more than install wires. They work with smart buildings, solar energy, electric vehicle chargers, battery storage, and advanced automation systems. As technology evolves, successful contractors must continuously learn new skills. In this industry, staying current isn't optional. It's one of the biggest competitive advantages. An electrical company can buy new trucks, tools, and equipment at any time, but skilled, trustworthy employees take years to develop. Every experienced electrician carries valuable knowledge that improves safety, quality, and productivity. That's why the strongest companies invest not only in equipment, but also in the people who use it. Electrical work is one of the most hazardous trades in construction. That's why successful companies invest heavily in safety training, protective equipment, inspections, and proven procedures. While safety programs cost money today, they prevent accidents, delays, lawsuits, and lost productivity tomorrow. In business, the cheapest accident is the one that never happens. Every new project begins with a promise. The customer trusts the company to complete the work safely, on time, and within budget. That promise influences every decision, from planning and purchasing materials to supervising crews and performing final inspections. In the electrical business, every completed job is more than finished work. It's proof that the company kept its word. The impact of an electrical company reaches far beyond its own business. Every completed project powers schools, hospitals, factories, offices, and homes. It creates jobs, supports local suppliers, strengthens communities, and helps entire economies grow. In the end, building an electrical company isn't just about making money, it's about creating lasting value for everyone it serves. Not every electrical company grows into a large contractor. Some remain small by choice, while others struggle to expand because growth requires more than winning more jobs. It demands better systems, stronger leadership, careful financial management, and the ability to coordinate many projects at once. In business, getting bigger isn't the goal. Building a company that can grow sustainably is. Buildings eventually age, service vans wear out, tools are replaced. But a strong reputation can last for decades. Every project, every customer interaction, and every promise kept adds another brick to that reputation. In the electrical business, trust is earned slowly, but once established, it becomes one of the company's most valuable competitive advantages. The world is becoming more electric every year. Homes are adding solar panels, businesses are installing battery storage, factories are becoming smarter, and millions of electric vehicles need charging infrastructure. As society depends more on electricity, the demand for skilled electrical companies will continue to grow. The future isn't just powered by electricity, it will be built by the people who know how to deliver it safely and reliably. Every time someone flips a light switch, charges a phone, or powers a factory, years of planning, engineering, skilled labor, and business decisions are working together behind the scenes. What seems like a simple moment is actually the result of an entire economic system that keeps modern life running every single day. Most people never think about the electrical company behind the walls of the buildings they use every day. Yet, without these businesses, modern cities simply couldn't function. Behind every illuminated home, every hospital, every school, and every factory is a network of skilled people solving problems, managing risks, and earning trust. That's the real economics of owning an electrical company. Not just building electrical systems, but building the foundation that powers modern civilization. Landing a large commercial project can transform an electrical company overnight, but these opportunities aren't won by offering the lowest price alone. Clients look for experience, safety records, financial stability, skilled teams, and a proven history of delivering complex projects. In large contracts, trust is often the deciding factor. Many of the best projects never come from advertisements. They come from architects, general contractors, property managers, suppliers, and satisfied customers who recommend a company they already trust. Strong relationships reduce uncertainty, open new opportunities, and become one of the most powerful forms of long-term marketing. Finding new customers is expensive and unpredictable, but when satisfied clients return with new projects year after year, the business becomes far more stable. Repeat customers reduce marketing costs, create consistent cash flow, and allow the company to plan confidently for the future. In many successful electrical companies, loyalty becomes one of the most valuable assets. Not every job begins with a major construction project. Many successful electrical companies build steady income through maintenance contracts. Regular inspections, preventive repairs, and ongoing service provide predictable revenue while helping customers avoid costly breakdowns. A stable business is often built on consistent service, not just large installations. As an electrical company grows, success is no longer measured by completing one project well. It's measured by completing many projects at the same time without sacrificing quality or safety. Growth depends on coordination, communication, and systems that keep every crew moving in the right direction. No business grows in a straight line. Economic downturns, rising material costs, labor shortages, and unexpected delays can challenge even the strongest electrical companies. The businesses that survive aren't the ones that avoid problems. They're the ones that prepare for them, adapt quickly, and continue making smart decisions when conditions become difficult. Technology never stands still, and neither can an electrical company. New tools, digital planning, smart buildings, renewable energy systems, battery storage, and artificial intelligence are changing how projects are designed and delivered. Companies that continue learning don't just keep up with change, they help shape the future of the industry. Every experienced electrician eventually retires. Without new apprentices learning the trade, the entire industry slows down. Successful electrical companies invest in training not just to fill today's jobs, but to ensure they have skilled people ready for tomorrow's opportunities. Knowledge isn't consumed when it's shared, it grows. One of the biggest turning points in every successful electrical company comes when the owner stops trying to do every job personally. Instead of spending every day installing wires or solving emergencies, they begin designing the systems, developing leaders, and making long-term decisions that allow the entire company to grow. The business no longer depends on one electrician. It becomes an organization. The turning point of every successful electrical company comes when the business stops depending on individual effort and starts running through well-designed systems. Clear processes, shared knowledge, and standardized workflows allow every project to be completed safely, efficiently, and consistently. The strongest companies aren't powered by one exceptional person. They're powered by systems that help ordinary people achieve extraordinary results together. The ultimate goal of a business isn't to create a job for its owner. It's to build an organization that continues creating value every day, even when the owner isn't present. When leadership, knowledge, and responsibility are shared across the team, the business becomes stronger, more resilient, and capable of growing for generations. A successful electrical company creates far more than profitable projects. Every completed job supports employees, suppliers, subcontractors, local businesses, and the families who depend on them. Like a stone dropped into a calm lake, one well-run company creates ripples that spread throughout an entire community and far beyond. Electricity is more than power flowing through wires. It allows schools to educate children, hospitals to save lives, factories to create jobs, businesses to serve customers, and families to live safely every day. By building and maintaining this invisible infrastructure, one successful electrical company can help transform an entire community for decades to come. The greatest businesses are built to last far beyond the people who started them. While founders eventually retire, the company's values, systems, culture, and reputation continue guiding future generations. A truly successful electrical company doesn't end with its founder. It becomes an institution that continues serving its community for decades. Income can improve one person's life, but a legacy can improve thousands. The most successful electrical company owners eventually realize that their greatest achievement isn't the money they earned. It's the people they developed, the communities they strengthened, and the opportunities they created for future generations. In the end, the true value of a business is measured by the positive impact it leaves behind. Most people rarely think about the electrical companies working behind the scenes. Yet, every time a light turns on, a hospital performs surgery, a factory begins production, or a data center processes information, thousands of invisible decisions, skilled workers, and coordinated systems are already doing their jobs. The electrical business isn't simply part of civilization, it quietly keeps civilization running. By now, one lesson has become impossible to ignore. Every employee, customer, supplier, electrician, contractor, school, hospital, business, and family is part of the same interconnected system. Remove one important connection and the entire network becomes weaker. Strengthen every connection and everyone benefits together. In business, as in civilization, nothing succeeds alone. After everything we've explored, the biggest lesson isn't really about electricity at all. It's about solving problems, creating trust, building systems, developing people, and serving others consistently over time. Wires may carry electricity, but it's people, purpose, and responsibility that truly power every successful electrical company. The next time you flip a light switch, charge your phone, enter a hospital, walk through a factory, or simply enjoy the comfort of your home, remember that none of it happens by accident. Behind every powered building is a network of skilled people who planned, built, maintained, and protected the systems that make modern life possible. An electrical company doesn't just install wires. It builds trust, creates opportunity, strengthens communities, and quietly powers the world. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson of all. The most important businesses are often the ones we rarely notice, because they are busy helping everyone else shine.